Well, isn't this just interesting? Isn't this interesting? So if you've been following us, we've been sticking close to these patterns that have been repeating themselves for the past 8 or 9 days, knowing that Bitcoin repeats itself. It gurgitates a pattern and then it self-mates and births out another one like an alien, and it's slimy. Sometimes it's dirty and ugly, but the alien comes out of its stomach, bursts out of its fucking stomach, and the host dies, and a new alien is born, or a new dragon. Aliens, same shit in my book. So if you were in our whale crew, we had 2 paths, and each person chose their own path. First path was to macro short, knowing that we might have a little spike up, we might Russian spitzel, but the dump is coming. It is inevitable. The second option was you could try to play a couple long scalps. We had one that was successful, had another one, didn't work, stops triggered. Personally, I will admit, I was scalping and I took a 0.13 Bitcoin. I took a 0.13 loss. Now, as far as others that were in the macro short trade, good job. Good for you guys. You guys did the right thing. So now that the Russian spitzel broke down, we look back and see at the patterns of what it could be. And here is what I see. I see the same square we've been waiting. It just came a little early, which completely makes sense. This was much weaker. The bulls are weak. The bears are winning. They're just getting squished. Where the alien's trying to regurgitate, and it just keeps getting chopped off early. It keeps getting chopped. Nip, nip, nip. It just keeps. It's a day late and $1 short. Day late, $1 short. First leg down. We are looking for that sideways movement for this to consolidate. These candles to consolidate. Just like these here. Let's zoom out here. You see how it dumped and then it consolidates sideways and bang, down again. So let's compare this area is what we're looking at right here, these candles. Okay. We're on the 30-minute. We still got a good few hours to go to see if it creates a step. But since the bulls are weaker, we might not even form that step. We might just form this and bank down again. We are at quote-unquote support. We've knocked on it pretty darn close. I mean, you could have support right here if you wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4. What happens on the 4, the 5th? That's when it busts. Time's a ticking. Time is a ticking. In my opinion, the probabilities point down. So we are short. We are short. We are short. Now, something to notice. CoinFram, the dogs have been barking. The dogs are barking for 9 days straight. This was the first move where the dogs were unsuccessful. The trend, we had 10, 11 trades in a row where the dogs by 2-3% ended up being the correct position. Now, there is a 5-6% difference, almost 6% difference. This is the most current right here, which is a little strong. That's a strong trend. So this time, the dogs might not have enough bark. And look, we're dumping as we speak. Dumping as we speak, baby. And I'm seeing green. I'm seeing green. As are my people. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, here's the rules. Here's the rules. Look. Here's all the rules. If you are concerned about the special for the whale signal group, you have 9 hours left to capitalize on the $50 discount for the donation to access to the CryptoFace signals. We won't even call them signals, just so you get to see what I'm doing. I am up while I'm flashing 13 to 18% on ETH, 5 to 6% on Ethereum. If Bitcoin goes down about another $10 from where it's at right now, I am recouped my small loss that I just took from the dump. I was playing on it to have one more little pump, then we were going to switch everything down. That was the second path. But our longs were small, so we are good. This trend is coming to an end. It's gonna play out, it's gonna dump, and then it's gonna form. So we'll see what happens then. It could repeat the same thing again. It could repeat these patterns 2 more times, or it could be a brand new pattern. So we will see, but we have to pay homage to this cycle. We just milked 10 killer trades, and so we must bow our head to the Chinese, for they are bigger than us, they are greater than us, and Chinese technical analysis is real. Now, for those of you that have been around, you know what the definition of Chinese technical analysis is. For those of you that are new, let me tell you, because it's real. Standard technical analysis is based off Western psychology, European, Western markets, companies like IBM, and the money, the rules are mainly set by Western, aka white people. Now with crypto, guess what? Who owns most of crypto? Who controls crypto? The China. The China. And so the psyche of the China is different. Then everything's different. It's when you talk with Chinese companies and how they want to market a product, for example, what they believe is attractive to the market is different than Westerners. I deal with it all the time. And so TA does apply, but it normally has a twist. There's a little twist or an extension. It's quasi. And that's what makes crypto so beautiful. It is the first time in mankind's history that the China, since 600 BC with Mao Zedong, since Mao Zedong. Now laugh all you want, but at the end of the day, it's true, it's real, it's being published. It is being published. Do not worry, friends. I have my collection of my Chinese patterns, and they will be organized and released in some sort of fashion for a fair price eventually. Don't ask me for an ETA on it. Double bottoms, CTA and TA, double bottoms, triple tops, rectangles are pretty similar. But once you get into patterns and whatnot and heads and shoulders, that's where knowing the difference between China, the China, and white people, that's It's important to know the difference. And you see, it makes sense. The Chinese, you think about Chinese factories and just stamping molds. Same thing with Bitcoin. They're stamping molds when they program their bots. This is all pre-programmed. All pre-programmed. The future is already laid set. There's velocity of the patterns, everything's set. It's already preset. They already know what's going to happen next. We just have to tap into our inner China and be one with the Chinese. I'm having extra chili oil. When you get your beef and broccoli, get the chili oil. The chili oil. Bathe in that shit. I love chili oil. And as we're talking, we're Chinese dumping right now. I'm seeing green, baby. I'm seeing green. So check it out. I got my whales to take care of. You got 8 or 9 hours for the discount. Peace. We're going down, baby.